Hello everyone, this is Paul Sost and I'm here with Eddie Moreno, and we're going to show you how to disassemble a WA99LT. So go ahead, Eddie, and actually diagnose it. So Eddie's going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to kind of walk you guys through it. The first thing he's going to do is he's going to pull test the chuck. You pull test the chuck just as if you were pull testing a high-speed handpiece. Okay, in this case, the pull test has failed. We know that the spindle on this particular handpiece is no good. If it happens to pass the pull test, Eddie's going to be doing the exact same thing, but at least you know the chuck is good. But there's still many other things to check on this handpiece. So go ahead, Eddie, and start the what you would do next. Okay, so I think he's going to check the fiber optics. At this point, he's going to hold it up to the light. It's very important to check the fiber optics. If it's broken, fine, but if it's good, then you have to be very, very careful when you take this handpiece apart not to break the fiber optics. Okay, so the next thing he's going to do, I'm going to kind of zoom in here a little bit, is there's two screws on the bottom of that handpiece. And he's going to take those and loosen those two screws. Okay, and he's just doing it a little bit for right now. And what that's going to do is enable the head to pop off the handpiece a little slightly. To get the head cartridge out of the handpiece, you've got to pop the head up to get the transmission gear.
Push down the screw. When it's loose,
okay, so after you loosen the screw, you're going to push that screw down, which is actually going to help you pop the head off. Okay, so let me back up the camera just a little bit. Okay, go ahead, Eddie. Now the head has come all the way off. That's fine. That's what you want. Okay, so now you can remove the transmission. And what Eddie's doing there is he's turning the transmission he's checking the bearings in the transmission. Okay, so now he's going to take there you go. Okay, so he's going to loosen the transmission.
Open the head.
And right now he's opening the head. So when the transmission gets dropped out, the cartridge will come out of the handpiece. Or I'm sorry, out of the head. Okay, so you can see he's unscrewing that transmission. He's unscrewing the back cap, and he has taken out the cartridge. At this point, he's taken out some of the other pieces. It looks like there's an O-ring and a sleeve there. So now it's time he's going to, at this point now he can check his bearings in his cartridge, and he can also check the gear on the cartridge, as well as the gears on the transmission and the bearings on the transmission. Okay, W&H sells, or one of the companies that sells the gears on the top and bottom of the transmission, and they also sell the bearings in the transmission. We also sell the bearings for the head cartridge. Okay, so what he's doing now is he's pushing down those screws, which is enabling him to take the entire handpiece apart if that's what he needs to do. As you can see, the fiber optics is there. You've got to be careful with that fiber optics. The water line and the air line is there, as you can see. There's O-rings that go on top of those lines. And now he's finishing unscrewing so he can take the bottom piece off, the bottom of the handpiece off. They're pulling out the dog clutch now, what we consider the dog clutch, which has a gear on it and has bearings on it as well. You can replace that gear and you can replace those bearings if need be. Okay. At this point, then we're just going to go ahead, and I think we're pretty much done diagnosing it. Eddie's going to go ahead and put the handpiece back together. Okay, he's put the dog clutch in. Okay, he's lined up the screws. I'll try to get a better picture here while he's doing that. I've got a picture sorry guys. There we go. Okay. Okay, he's got that put back together. He's putting the screws back in to the bottom to secure that whole bottom portion of the handpiece. And now it's just a matter of getting the fiber optics seated where it's supposed to be and sliding the sheath back over the handpiece. Here again, be very careful. To break the fiber optics. So now it's back to its original form, and now it's just a matter of putting the cartridge back in the head, screwing the transmission back up into the head, and placing it back into the handpiece. There's oh yeah, go ahead, Eddie.
I put it together now.
Yep. Yes.
This
What is that, Eddie? Is that a washer?
wash it.
Okay.
Fish inside here. The plate.
And then the plate. Okay.
Plate. The flat one side. And another side. The flat goes down.
The flat goes down again. Okay, so the flat goes down.
And take.
Now we're going to insert the cartridge. Tighten the back cap. And he's going to go ahead and screw the transmission back into the head. You don't want to over tighten, but you want to tighten it down. And now it's a matter of just sticking that transmission head assembly back into the sheath of the handpiece.
Push the two screws.
You got to push, yep, push the screws.
Little bit only. Tight, not tight, only a little bit.
Okay, don't over tighten. Push
Not-
down and
not
tighten them a
tight.
little bit.
I'll take this.
And Eddie, before you put that on there, just show them where those little O-rings go that leak up on the top. I'm going to kind of pull in there a little bit. That's real important when you're doing these. Those are the two tubes, and it's real important to. Let me back up a little bit. What's happening to my picture here?
This is two O-ring used on the top.
Yeah, these are two O-rings that if the top of your handpiece is leaking, these need to be replaced.
These two O-ring go here.
Yeah, those two very small O-rings.
This O-ring, you have two little small O-ring.
They're so cheap, it's almost better as a common practice to replace those O-rings every time you open the head. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have a common practice of doing that. Then you don't have to worry about them leaking after you put it back together.
Let's go here. one here, one here. There's a two O-ring there.
Okay. Now he can put the head on.
Push down
And you push down and then screw,
and tie the screw.
tighten the screws, and now it's back together. Okay, this was the WA99LT. Some of your other models are very, very similar. In the future, we will be doing some more videos on the different kind of electric handpieces that are out there. I want to thank Eddie for his time, and thank you very much.